Of course, Icematics was playing Druid in this event, but traditionally he's always been a shaman. He loves shaman, and you know, he was always rated among one of the best shaman, although a lot of people would dispute that. A lot of Icematics haters out there, but he was always, along with Blashinko from Zombies, and NX as well, was always considered one of the top shaman. Well, at least his ratings were, you know, his ratings showed that he was certainly a shaman who shouldn't be underestimated. But we do have just 2 teams remaining in this tournament, Ensidia and edawgs. That's who we're watching now. It is the finals. We got to see what happens. How will this unfold, Jay?
Yeah, we'll have to see. We're getting dispels currently onto the priest of STG, and he's going to take a lot of damage. So Hydra got some good dispels in, and he's going to be healing up Calamist. Calamist going to switch over to him. Going to go one-on-one against the other rogue. Actually has the advantage. Got his poisons up and doesn't have any on him. Could have maybe switched, but actually does want to stay onto the target. Looking to switch now. Going to go back. Potentially onto the priest of STG. He still has pain suppression available. Not sure if there was a fear there to try and get rid of the rogue, but Cloak of Shadows was used from Calamist. Not back onto target. There comes the fear. So that was nice. Very nice of STG not to try and preempt that fear. And Calamist COS, not the best decision there. In comes a Master Spell, though, onto the priest from edawgs. You can see they're still under pressure, following Red Hot at the moment. Looking to poly off the... he did actually poly off the rogue. Calamist is under pressure. Actually, it wasn't the rogue that was polyed off. It was Hydra is actually polyed, and Calamist is really, really low. 3k. Hydra does come out of poly. Is going to need to heal up Calamist extremely quickly. He's always going to drop, but it could be a cross kill. Calamist goes down, and let's switch over. I mean, Calamist is dead. There is a chance for a kill, but STG isn't in control, and in comes the penance. There we come. 3 crits, 3.6, 3.8, and edawgs are going to take the first game. All right, so round 2, and edawgs take the first one, and a possibility of evening this up. These guys are playing under time pressure. It's like speed chess. Not that that's really pressure.
Yeah, and
fail.
I'll tell you what, when it comes to RMP mirrors, I mean, a lot of it is, you have to think on your feet, obviously, but there's always that element of luck involved, and there's always that element of, I almost feel with RMP mirrors, we should just watch them all in slow motion, just because they are really hard to break down.
All right, so we're going to go back in, following the mage from edawgs, which is going to be Flynn. Does go up against Red Hot, going to exchange some debuffs on the Ice Lances. Poly just line of sighted, it looked like there, but didn't throw one back. In comes a Poly, in comes a Dispel, gets it off, and they're going to continue. Yeah. I mean, one of these Ice Lances is going to crit, and someone's going to die. You didn't just take that seriously, did you, Matt?
May have done. So
fail. All right, so going to be re-drinking up. Let's check what the rogues are then. All right, so we got Calamist. He's with his team. Let's take a blimming guess where the other rogue is. Probably in the starting area. Oh, he's made out the starting area at least. He's just around the corner from the starting area.
Calamist just playing his sprint actually. He's going to try and get a sap off.
He's just checking the bridge.
I'm not sure if he's really going to... Oh, yeah, he gets a sap off onto St. George,
structurally
but
sound.
I don't think they'll capitalise on that and open up on Saorai.
Actually, Master Spells are coming in to capitalise on that. Red Hot put back into a sheet. Now look at this. He's actually bunked up with his rogue. Really nice positioning from Hydra. They are going to be dispelling each other off. Power Infusion actually used by Hydra to maybe speed up those dispels. Hydra's going to get open on. Pain Suppression instantly had to be used in that situation. They did get a fear off onto the rogue. They are going to poly the rogue, so Hydra has some breathing room. They have a potential kill though still, and Hydra goes down to 300 HP. Penance comes in, saves him. Each tick of Penance is going to be countered with a massive amount of damage, and well, Hydra it just took too much, and he stood offensively, and I liked it from where he was. They were swapping exchanges, but then his rogue, Calamist, played defensive and saved you from dying against their rogue. So we have to see what they can do. So here we go. Gates are going to open. Let's play with the mages and see what they're going to do. So following Flint, he's going to go aggressive, going to put a cone of cold onto his opponent. He's going to actually counterspell Red Hot and actually get a poly off onto him. That's going to be dispelled off though. And well, I mean, I'm not sure. You see he's spamming Arcane Explosion, maybe trying to pull a Rogue out. Rogue is going to go into Vanish. Actually, there was a Fear onto Relint. Calamist looks like he could be in a good position to actually do something now. He's going to be Evasion. In comes a Vanish and a reopen up from Relint. Calamist still kind of sat a reasonably good HP. He's going to get put under pressure. In comes a Kidney. Now we're going to see what this guy can do. In comes a Poly that would have most potentially was onto. Here comes a second Poly actually onto Hydra. Calamist dipped at half health. The Poly's going to wear off surely now. Here it comes, just comes off, and Calamist will potentially be healed up. He's had to use Sprint. He's had to use Evasion to stay alive. And look at this, they're going to turn this round. And that was a great flip around and really nice play from Calamist to stay up in that situation. And then it was Red Hot who got the poly onto STG. So great play from Calamist. They went for the kill. Did they go for the kill too early? I don't think so. I just think Calamist played nicely in that situation.
He just had perfect pacing with his defensive cooldowns, and he even still had evasion up at the end there. But look, there's been a cross kill, and it's down to a 2v2
How did they let him die?
And yeah, how did that happen?
I wasn't even watching that. I was thinking, oh, rubbish, we've now got 4 minutes and we still have to keep playing. This is going to happen until the server goes down and we're going to be kicked out, and we know it's going to be a restart. So that Ensidia just threw away a point. Okay, no one's dead. Go in. We've only just started this. All right, so we are going to be in game. Koala just popped invisibility. 1 minute 12 means you guys, you missed 12 minutes of the game. So I do 12 minutes, 12 seconds of the game. So nothing's actually happened. Both of them went defensive. We are in, and edawgs, just to remind you, have a 2-0 advantage in the first best of 5. Following Flynn from edawgs, Doom Squad. A lot of these guys are going to be hugely proud of their performance so far, even if they don't go through. And Ensidia, you know, nice to see their first performance. So here we go then.
It's match point here for Ensidia, so if they win this one, they will go through and be crowned the champions of Group A.
No, they won't, because actually edawgs have a 2-0 lead. Ensidia yet to get a point into this first best of 5. So let's get back in then. Calamist does have pain suppression up on him. Is going to go Rogue versus Rogue. Going to get feared off. Going to get back on. He is actually going to throw a blind out there. Didn't see who that was on. Actually, Hydra stuck in a sheep once again. Oh, he's put back into another sheep. Calamist has had to go defensive, and he has. There's a pillar. Hug it. Welcome to Arena. And nicely done. So going to try and he is going to get Novad. He's going to maybe take some damage. In comes nicely done by Red Hot, slowing some of the damage down by Raylin. Raylin going to take a lot of damage now, dropping down to 8k. Calamist not yet going to get back onto his target.
Yep, he's disarmed at the moment. He's just blown Vanish and Sprint. Sayori was trying to get a sheep off onto him, but Rayoli taking a lot of damage going down.
That was a counterspell. Yes, that was a counterspell from Red Hot on the penance, was going to stop it going through. And basically, yeah, Ensidia are going to pick up that win. They basically almost picked up the one previous to this, but are going to get the win. So nice change of tactic. It was more or less go on the road. Calamist, once again, knows how to play his defensive. Hydra was in that sheep, called it. Had he stayed aggressive, it would have been devastating to the pace of their game. Looking at the damages, edawgs, 6k on the Rogue. Didn't get to do much. Flynn, sorry, on the mage only did 3.2k. And then you look on the other team, Hydra did 13, Red Hot did 32, and Calamist did 22, despite having to go defensive. So aggressive play, did what they needed to do. Only 17k healing needed from Hydra instead of the 63.
Basically, no funny business from Ensidia. They unleashed a huge amount of damage.
So Ensidia top left this time. edawgs are going to be top right. Just give you one last time. It's Red Hot on the mage, Hydra on priest, Calamist on rogue for Ensidia, and edawgs have Flint on the mage, They have Really, I believe his name is, on the Rogue, and also STG or St. George on the Priest. So we are going to open up then. Polymorphs are going to be not exchange. Red Hot's going to hit his. Not going to change much though later on in the game. Obviously, it's going to be into Dispelled. A proc there. Oh look, and a deep freeze onto Hydra. Hydra's in a deep freeze and now in a poly. Now they can dispel him off. I believe that might have been Spell Still was actually going in, but actually look at that. It's actually a poly onto the opposing Priest of St. George, and actually Calamus is going to be opened up onto. Going to switch over to him. In comes a Master Spell. Look at this. He goes down so low. So that Master Spell, he's going to have to blink away. Really nice play there from Ensidia to do that burst. And they've caught the Rogue line of sighting. His Priest does get away as well. So not going very well at the moment. They actually had an improved counterspell, and a poly does come in onto the Priest. That's going to be removed. I believe that's a trinket from STG. They're going to have to go heavy on Calamus to try and neutralize and maybe get a kill. They are going heavy. And actually Hydra, I'm not sure what he was caught in there, but basically he let Calamus die. It was weird that was so aggressive from Ensidia, and they looked like they had all the advantage in the world. Considering there was a trinket on that poly, a blind didn't come in afterwards. It didn't seem like that way anyway, and then Calamus was to go down. Damage was very low because it was a short fight, but very even. If we have a look at the damage, you can see Ensidia 25k on Red Hot, 18k or 19k on Calamist, and then over for edawgs actually did less damage overall but got the kill.